Welcome back to the Flex Free Game channel. If you're like me, you're looking at the markets today and you saw that they took a hit. If you're a working professional, entrepreneur, trying to make sense of the markets, this one's going to be for you today. So rising bond yields, shaky trade relations with China, and disappointing earnings in terms of retail are all weighing heavily on Wall Street right now. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your investments, and how can you stay ahead of the game? So that's what we'll be covering today. Let's go ahead and get started. So today, all three major U.S. indexes dropped sharply. The Dow Jones fell over 850 points. The S&P lost nearly 1.8%, and the Nasdaq slipped 1.7%. So what happened to the markets? What triggered this sell-off? So first off, we had a weak 20-year bond auction that sent Treasury yields up sharply, with the 10-year yield rising 4.59% and the 30-year peaking at 5.08%. So higher yields generally mean investors demand more return for holding U.S. debt. And that puts a lot of pressure on riskier assets like stocks. So here's why that's important and why it matters to you. So bond yields don't just affect Wall Street, they impact you too. So rising yields can increase borrowing costs for businesses, they can push mortgage rates higher, and they can lead to higher credit card and auto loan rates. So that ripple effect touches everything from your next business loan to your customer spending power, to businesses buying power, to earnings reports, to everything that really goes on in the market, because it increases what it costs to basically buy money. So that's how it impacts you and me. Now let's jump into some of these retail earnings. So what do Target's earnings tell us about the market and kind of what's going on with everything when it comes to retailers? So Target reported disappointing earnings and cut its full year forecast. And this matters because Target is a bellwether for consumer health, and it's feeling the pinch from tariffs, right? So Trump recently told retailers that they should eat the cost of tariffs rather than pass them on to consumers. And that sounds great for consumers, but that really puts retailers in a margin squeeze. So if they're taking on the cost of paying these higher tariffs and not passing it on to consumers, then that's going to cut into the bottom line, which cuts into those earnings reports, which basically cuts into what is going on in terms of certainty in the market. If they produce lower earnings or give us guidance that's a little bit less than stellar, then we'll see that impact in the markets, and we saw that today. So the next thing I want to jump into is something we've talked about on previous videos, something that's been kind of hovering over the market for a while, and that's our tariff policies or trade situation with some of our international trade partners. And the Trump administration warned against using AI chips made by Huawei, a move that China said undermines the recent trade talks. And this puts a fragile trade truce at risk and spooked investors. And we saw that in the market today, right? So as those tariff situations continue to change, as the trade situations or tensions kind of rise with some of our trade partners, that causes uncertainty in the market, which causes sell-offs like we saw in the market today. So by the way, if you are a trader and investor and you're looking for some smart strategies to ride this volatility, don't forget, you can always type Flex in the comments and we'll send you over a free case study breaking down exactly how others are navigating this market and what we teach our clients to do here. So remember, you can put that Flex in the comments below and we'll send you over that free case study. So Bitcoin kind of was the outlier today. So Bitcoin hit a record of over 109,000 before pulling back with broader market situations. Even crypto isn't safe from global shifts. So if you're investing in it, be smart, set limits, protect your capital. We're not huge on coins here. Courtney and I have a little bit of exposure to different coins out there, but just want to put that out there. Make sure that you're making smart decisions if you are investing in crypto as well. So just want to throw that in. And let's look at the big picture. What should you do to make sure you're staying safe and staying protected in these markets? So here are 3 takeaways for professionals and entrepreneurs, people in the market like you and yourself and me. One thing we can do is watch interest rates like a hawk. We want to make sure we're paying attention to those interest rates. If those interest rates change, that's going to drive what's going on in the market. Also, you want to diversify your portfolio. And we talk about this all the time. And I'm very big on diversifying, but I'm also very big on understanding the companies that you're investing in. So doing your research, understanding if there's changes within the company, are these tariffs actually impacting the bottom line? Or Is it something that is not impacting the company? And these are just external factors. So understanding where you're investing and what that means to your portfolio, and then stay informed, right? We want to continue to stay informed, understand what's going on, pay attention to the news, check into channels like this, make sure we're going to keep you up to date as well. And when you understand the why, you're already ahead of 90% of investors out there, right? So you understand what you're doing and why you're making those decisions. That's going to help you stay, moving in a positive direction. So closing out for today, whether you're planning your next business move or just trying to grow your portfolio and stay ahead of the market, that means staying educated. So if you got value from this video today, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe. We're going to keep weekly insights coming to help you win in the market. And don't forget, if you want that free case study, go ahead and type flex in the comments below, and we'll send that directly to you. So that'll wrap it up for today. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.